to our kitchen and welcome to our home. Today we're making
Cupcake.
Yay! We're making cupcakes for Nini's birthday. Nini, how old are you?
3.
Tomorrow Nini turns 3 and we're making these cupcakes for her to take
When cupcakes Milad Nini.
for Milad Nini, which is her birthday.
At the school tomorrow.
She's going to take them to preschool tomorrow to eat with her preschool friends. These vanilla cupcakes are so amazing. They're so soft and spongy and moist, and they taste really, really great. And also, please stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to make the buttercream frosting to frost these cupcakes. Okay, so let's get started. The ingredients you need to make these cupcakes are some flour, sugar, eggs, some baking powder, some salt, butter, milk, and vanilla extract. The ingredients you need to make the buttercream frosting are some powdered sugar, some butter, a little bit of milk, and some vanilla. All the exact ingredients will be listed in the description box below this video. Before you start, you have to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my dry ingredients together. So in a medium bowl, I'm going to mix my flour, baking powder, and salt. And I'm going to whisk them together, just like so, and set them aside. And now I'm going to start with my batter. Today I'm going to use my standing mixer. But if you don't have one, you can go ahead and use your hand mixer, or you can also do this by hand using a whisk. In the bowl of my standing mixer, I'm going to add my butter. It is very important that the butter is at room temperature and it's soft. Otherwise, it's going to overwork the motor of your standing mixer, and it's going to be very lumpy. So make sure your butter is soft. And cream your butter on low speed for about a minute or two until it just softens up and becomes creamy. Once your butter is creamy, you can go ahead and add the sugar. Now you have to mix it for about 3 or 4 minutes until the sugar dissolves into the butter and it becomes very fluffy. And halfway through, just scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl to make sure that the butter is well incorporated with the sugar. And continue mixing on medium speed for another minute or two. Once they are well incorporated, I'm going to add my eggs one by one. And beat on medium speed until the eggs are well incorporated. Continue beating it for about 5 minutes until the mixture becomes very fluffy. When everything is well combined, add the vanilla. Okay, so now we are ready to start adding the flour. So start by adding half the flour mixture. You're going to mix it on low speed just until it's incorporated into the batter. And that means that until you can't see the flour anymore. You don't want to overmix this, because if you do, then your cake will come out too hard. See, that's about it. So I only beat it for literally 30 seconds until the flour disappeared, and I stop. So now add your milk. And finally the rest of your flour mixture. And mix until it's just incorporated. There we go. And now line your muffin tins with paper liners like that. And now scoop the cupcake batter into the liners. Do not fill it to the top. In fact, only fill it halfway through, because this batter or this cupcake rises and puffs up. So if you overfill it, it's going to overflow. And now we're going to pop these in the oven and bake them for approximately 20 minutes, between 15 and 20 minutes, depending on your oven, or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean with no batter on it. My cupcakes are ready. They baked for 17 minutes exactly. And I know they're ready because if I insert a toothpick inside of them, it comes out clean with no batter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let them cool for about 10 minutes inside the muffin tins. And then we're going to take them out of the muffin tins and let them cool completely before we frost them. So now would be a good time to start your frosting. Before you start with your buttercream frosting, you're going to sift your powdered sugar. Now you're going to cream your butter. Now it is very important that your butter is at room temperature. It has to be soft. You have to be able to poke through it like that. If it's not, if it's hard, then you will not be able to cream it, and therefore your buttercream frosting will turn out to be lumpy and it won't be good. So make sure that your butter is soft at room temperature. When your butter is creamy, start adding the sugar gradually, like 1 cup at a time, or even half a cup at a time. And the reason why you want to do that gradually is because you want to make sure that the sugar gets absorbed by the butter. If you pour it all at once, it's going to get way too crumbly. When you finish adding your sugar, add your vanilla. Okay, once your vanilla is well incorporated, and once you finish adding your sugar, this is what your buttercream should look like. So it's kind of dry and lumpy, and you might be wondering why it looks like this. That is completely normal. It will look like this until we add the milk. Now be careful, you shouldn't add too much milk because otherwise your buttercream will kind of curdle and disintegrate. So you just want to keep adding milk 1 tablespoon at a time until you get the consistency that you want. So just watch. See, it's better, but it's still hard. It's not like a frosting consistency. So add another tablespoon of milk. Okay, again, now it's better, but still it's a little bit too hard. So I'm gonna add another tablespoon, and I think that should be enough. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly the consistency that I want. It is not too thick and not too thin, so I can frost a cake or cupcake very easily with this. I can even pipe a cupcake with this. And it is very creamy and smooth. So I'll stop adding milk at this point. You can use this buttercream to frost cakes, or in today's case, we're going to frost the cupcakes. So what I did here is I got a disposable piping bag with a star tip. Place it in a glass like so, and put in a little bit of the buttercream in the piping bag. Now, little hint, do not add all of the buttercream, or do not fill the whole bag with buttercream, because what happens is, as you're piping, the heat from your hands is going to heat the buttercream, and it might sort of liquefy it and heat it up. So work with little batches at a time. It's best to not overheat your buttercream, and you can use, of course, any tip you want. I'm using this one because kids kind of like, you know, star shapes. And here are my final cupcakes. They are just delicious. They're really, really good. They're moist, they're spongy. The buttercream frosting is really good. It's a little bit sweet, but kids tend to love that. So I hope my daughter's friends at her preschool are going to enjoy them. I hope you guys enjoy them too, and thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Bye-bye.